friends, Terry Rains here. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today I'm beginning a series of videos about Ecuadorian soups. And as we have been in Ecuador for over 25 years, we've really learned to appreciate the food here, and particularly the soups. There are hundreds of types of Ecuadorian soup, and all of them are fresh, no frozen or canned ingredients. And so today here at our home, an Ecuadorian friend has made me a soup, and I want to show you what the soup is and tell you how it's made. But first we're going to go on a little tour of our property. Okay, the soup is ready. This is a quinoa soup. It is made with either beef ribs and beef. The stock is from beef or beef ribs, or pork ribs. In this case, in the butcher shop this morning, they only had pork. So this is pork ribs and pork meat. And the way they make this soup is they start with a little bit of oil, lots of onion and garlic, and they put the meat in the pan and kind of toast it all together. And then they put tomatoes in there and let that cook for a few minutes. Then they put water in it and they let it cook until the meat is done. Then they put the quinoa in there and any vegetable they might put. Like in this case, it's got a little bit of carrot in it, cabbage, and potato, large chunks of potato. And then we finish the soup with these herbs. But first I want you to see these huge chunks of potato. This is a homemade Ecuadorian soup. So they like to put big chunks of potato. They have little chunks of potato in there that have been cooked in and make part of the broth. But then they also have large chunks of potato. And any good soup here has bones in it. Now we don't think that way necessarily in the United States. We tend to take everything off of the bone. But the bone is what gives it the flavor. It gives that broth its substance. And so soups almost always have bones. And so we're going to get messy here. I'm going to eat with my hands. My hands are clean. But I just want you to see the large chunks of meat. The wonderful broth. You can tell it has lots of tomato and lots of herbs, and that quinoa is just beautiful, and the cabbage. Okay, and before I begin, I'm going to put lots of green onion and cilantro, or as we say here in Ecuador, culantro. Okay. Now, soup is for any time of the day. It could be served at breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And soup is a daily thing here in Ecuador. And so I'm going to give it a try, okay? My friend Sandra made this soup for me so I could do this video, and I love Sandra's soup, so. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. It's got like a thick consistency like a good bone broth should have. And that quinoa, you know, the problem with quinoa is sometimes when you fix it, it's dry, but in a soup like this, it's not. And all the fresh herbs. The white onion, the green onion gives it a little bit of crunch. It is really good. So you know, in the States we think about soup when it's cold weather, in the fall, in the winter. But here soup is for every day. And we live where it is warmer, so I must say we eat soup a little less often than we did when we lived in the city, which was cooler. But here, soup is for every day, no matter how hot it is or how cold it is. Soup is comfort food. And it has become a comfort food for me as I've learned to appreciate the hundreds of soups they have here. And today I don't have a homemade ají, but in our future videos I know we will. I can't imagine eating soup without these fresh herbs and a homemade hot sauce. So we'll see that that's a common theme here. So what's your favorite kind of soup? Do you leave the bones in, or do you take the bones out? I've never really cared anything about pork. But you know, since we live here in Malacatos, they have such great pork that it's hard to not like it. I really like it. It's very good, it's very fresh. Nothing dry or tough here. It's all soft and wonderful. Another thing I appreciate about eating soups in Ecuador is that nobody is afraid to use a large spoon. When you eat soup as often as they do, using a large spoon is really quite helpful. It's perfectly good manners. And eating the meat off the bone is perfectly good manners. Now, as a health coach, I've come to learn to appreciate bone broth. And I use that for myself and for my clients a lot to heal the intestine. A lot of the processed foods and grains damage our intestines. But the collagen that is in this natural bone broth is amazing for your health. Now, obviously, you can overdo a good thing. But a little bit of bone broth, even each week, is really, really a good thing for your health. And I'm not a fan of collagen in any other form but this. In natural form. Now, when we eat a diet that's high in vegetables and fruits, our body has what it needs to make collagen. But as we age, our body it's less efficient at making collagen, and it doesn't feel the need to make as much collagen. So this is a great source of collagen. So, I'm going to be sharing with you in the coming weeks lots of new Ecuadorian soups and telling you how they're made, and also giving you some options like how to make it vegetarian or how to make it vegan. A lot of soups can be made vegan and vegetarian very easily without sacrificing flavor. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope I've inspired you to make some homemade soup and to use all fresh ingredients. We love Ecuador, we love Ecuadorian food, and it's my pleasure to be able to share it with you. So stay tuned for future videos. Thanks for supporting my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a like. So see you on the next video.